Okay, so I have this video pulled up uh, by West Side Tyler. He's just like me, but I'm not from the West Side. Abuse, exploitation, and child endangerment at Demonmama Secrets Exposed. I don't know, so Papa get look at this video. This is the video. I watched a little bit of it. Um, it seemed pretty intense, so we'll give it a shot and see what it's about. I'm gonna play Fortnite, so that'll be cool.
This video contains descriptions of despicable acts and depravity involving children that may disgust or disturb you.
Sick.
Do not listen to
Not
this
really.
video in any
Literally,
public places
actually.
or where others may hear the content described herein. No graphic images will be shown directly, though representations obscured with mosaic overlays may be used. Viewer discretion.
That's probably like a good thing that folks should start doing instead of, I don't know, just an aesthetic choice instead of like the blurred, the mosaic stuff. I don't know, weird thing, but
Is advised. On July 29th, 2024, a self-identified leftist online political commentator and live streamer
is that important? Like the political doodads? Just curious because I simply know nothing.
known online by her handle Demonmama, aired a roughly 3-hour and 5
Looks like one dog. I'm sorry.
minute live stream titled Xander Hall Wants a Nuke, Here Is Your Nuke.
Isn't Xander Hall the one that like was going around with Keffels and so on and so forth, and didn't Keffel say that Xander Hall was the one responsible for her grape because, or like her assault or something? I have no idea. Oh well.
During the video, she laid out a series of accusations against another politics live streamer in her space, the Xander Hall mentioned in the title.
Yeah.
In this live stream, amongst a number of issues, Demonmama claimed Xander Hall was especially onerous in his treatment of an employee known as Cherry Bread in online spaces.
Oh, isn't Cherry the giant fucking... I feel like Cherry was the one that leaked the whole Mama Max server for all their legal mumbo jumbo. Is that the same person?
Particularly accusing him of withholding pay for selfish reasons and generally being abusive. Now, mind you, these were not issues that Demonmama had just found out about or that had recently occurred, but rather had happened over half a year prior and never been reported. Allegations.
Oh, this is his like blow up thing, one of his fucking
That
things
included
stopped
abuse of a worker by their employer, exploitation,
Oh,
and
I gotta get down. Errors.
even death. While Xander Hall was justifiably browbeaten for his bad behavior, for some reason, only I was asking a question that I thought would be obvious to everybody. What kind of person covers up evidence of abuse and death threats for months in order to blackmail somebody? The answer is the sort of person who will cover up other stuff as well. And that answer led, obviously, to the second question. What kind of stuff?
He got uppity with me because I said I made fun of the idea.
Anybody with a passing knowledge of Demonmama knows she's closely connected to and in real life friends with Ian Kaczynski, known online.
Is Cherry? I have no clue. I don't know what's real.
Online is Vosh Vidya, or Vosh. Vosh's roughly half-decade-long career online has been plagued with a series of scandals involving his red.
Oh yeah, his horse folder, you could say. His, I just like big goblin short stacks. That's what he likes to say, right?
The use of child pornography and child sexual abuse is a rhetorical lever while crafting arguments. In fact,
Oh, he's fucking long. Oh, he got it. Oh, this piece of shit. So close to dead though. Don't hurt me while I heal.
in fact, much of Vosh's rhetorical structure revolves around the use of sexual innuendo, and even outright gross sexual imposition against others. Some of the best-known memes regarding the, at the time of writing, 457,000 sub YouTuber involved painting him as a child sexual predator, and his well-documented out.
Holy fuck. That is, you know what you'd call that? Intense. I think that's what you might call that one.
Spoken desire to engage in acts of bestiality as a male horse. This culminated in early February 2024.
Listen, I can't be the only one that imagines, like, dude, I wish I had a bigger wiener, what I would do if I had a bigger wiener. But a horse one, you lost me.
When Vosh accidentally streamed the contents of a folder filled with pornography to a live audience of thousands, including a drawn image involving children performing oral sex on a horse. This is actually an important detail for later. Now colloquially known as the Taxes folder incident, Vosh's pornography
I thought this was just the short stack goblin.
drop was condemned by nearly the entirety of the internet, with a few notable exceptions. To this day, Demonmama has...
It was Keppel's and the tip. Hipster, the tip. Was it not?
never openly condemned Vosh for his possession of these materials, and, from what I understand, discussion of the topic is largely banned on her Discord server. The answer to this quandary isn't deep. Demonmama simply doesn't mind possession of these sorts of materials.
That's fucked up. That's the thing, right? Don't have a public Discord for your fans, because then shit like this will happen. Like, you gotta have people vetoed in or whatever.
I know you would throw a fit if I didn't.
This is Pseudo-Fawn, Demonmama's longtime partner and one of the two notable members of the polyamorous relationship she shares with Doe.
Uh-oh. Poly people. Polly Pocket people. Not really.
Another slightly less well-known streamer with some presence in the debate sphere. Fawn began dating Demonmama, real name Emily Sovis, sometime in June of 2017, according to a tweet posted to Fawn's Twitter in July of 2021. Some general internet sleuthing helped narrow down Sovis's original home to Henrietta, New York, which also let us get the most important.
Is that? I wonder, like, of what part, like, you're telling us of which parts are important. I mean, imagine if, like, he brings up later doxing, then, like, they're from New York or whatever becomes important, but I have no idea.
Important bit of information, her actual birth date, which was in October of 1990. That makes Demonmama currently 33, and, according to Discord messages, Fawn attended the first Salt Lake Comic-Con in 2013, at the age of around 16 to 17, which would make Fawn around 27 to 28 now. These ages aren't immediately important, but they will be soon enough. For the better part of a decade, Fawn has expressed public interest in drawn pictures of children in sexual situations. There are a number of...
Oh, they're talking about Shota. Fuck. Can't do that, bro. It's lolly, but for outies.
Tweets to this effect, but to quote a couple of them, I am extremely out of the loop in the world of pornography, probably because all I care about is trapped Shota dojins. Shota is Japanese drawn pornography of prepubescent boys in sexual situations. Also,
what's dojin? Is that just... So I remember that word being tossed around a lot with the flamenco stuff. Like in Shota dojin or... But I simply don't know what dojin is. I don't know. Maybe I'm old.
Yo, can anyone hook me up with about 4,000 drawings of traps, Shotas, and new halves where I can crop solely to the face? Thanks in advance.
Why you horny posting on main, dog? Do that.
Understanding the ages of the individuals involved and the context of what led them to this point is important in understanding the actual gravity of the situation when we get to the interview portion of this video and hear from a person who was victimized.
Oh, there's an interview?
By these two individuals, and who would have been around 13 years old when he started talking to Demonmama in 2016. We'll get to that
He's talking to fucking 13-year-olds. Fuck.
Shortly, but to clear any confusion, Doe expressed interest in such materials and was still sharing, and even making them, as recently as this year. Sharing their art depicting extremely young-looking animals and their own childish avatar creature on
Why is the Phantom caked up? Why are you even making shit like that? That's like a dead kid.
Furry fetish website E621. They are categorized as children in the tags.
Dude, that means they know what they're doing.
If you are a remotely normal person, you will hear the things that I'm saying and probably think to yourself, what on earth is going on with these people?
Yeah.
I asked the same question and a very...
See, like, for me, this doesn't sound like super outrageous, because I'm like, I have online brain. Not terminally online, but I have online brain. But, like, I can only imagine, like, my fucking dad or my mom hearing this shit and be like, how are these people, like, not in jail? Or, like, how are they, like, I don't know, fucking real?
Very curious thing happened. A lot of people from Demonmama's community and the larger Vosh orbiter space seemed extremely concerned about everything regarding the way I talked about her bizarre behavior, except the fact that her partner of over half a decade likes polishing the carrot to drawn pictures of children.
Polishing the carrot. That's a fucking new one. Holy shit.
Except the fact.
In my view, this is moral grandstanding, guilt by association. I don't believe this is a genuine effort to be truthful. This is just for looking for shit to attack people over. And while people can have moral stances, all particularly large jokes. So mudslinging, raking in mud is cleaning good. This is too like
Fact that her partner of over half a decade likes polishing the carrot to draw on pictures of children in sexual situations. These include names of people like Somniostatic and Gay Fesh, who are often seen in Vosh's chat giving donos and outside of Vosh's chat doing whisper campaigns and trying, sometimes successfully, to get people's social media accounts shut down.
Whoa. Do what you want to do, I guess. If you're gonna do that shit, you should be fucking held accountable for it. Hey, I'm not gonna waste my karma.
But they can't all know each other, right? Well, here they are in Demonmama's stream at the same time during a reveal of her persona. Posadas John, another consistent Vosh pay pig, is also there, and they all know.
I thought pay pig only existed for fat, ugly dudes, hot Twitter women.
The porno artist who drew Demonmama's persona, creature thing, and I find that strange. But for some reason, it's hard for people to articulate these ideas in this space because there's something of
like, why can't you make your persona the normal, attractive one that everybody like does? Come on. You gotta make me bleach my eyes after this. Come on, man.
a cult of personality around Demonmama, Vosh, and the other individuals mentioned. A cult that I believe threatens, coerces, and blackmails other creators into obedience. And it sounded much, much more far-fetched, even to me when I was just sharing my thoughts about it on stream. But you know who didn't think it sounded far-fetched? The person I'm going to introduce you to right now.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So go ahead, introduce yourself, and then we can just hop into the timeline and stuff.
Okay. I am Blueby. I was a thumbnail artist for Demonmama, and I've known her for about 8 years.
Wait, how old are you?
I would consider myself, or I did consider myself, a close friend of hers for a good amount of time. I suppose I should just get into the timeline then. I met Demonmama, as she's mentioned on stream a couple times, on Overwatch in 2016, I think late 2016 at the latest.
Rip to the Overwatch part, but
I was 13, 14 at the time.
why? Why are content creators acting, even interacting? There's no need to fuck. I've been seeing shit. Oh, the person's over here. Gotta get this dub, buddy. Oh, I'm cooked.
And our relationship just started off like friendly, and we played games together. I eventually was introduced to her partners, and we played.
Why are you as an adult showing off your partners to children? Just like there can be like amicability, like if they're fans, like, oh hi, you're a fan, whatever, hi, hello. But why? I don't know.
As well.
Fucking weird.
And
Can I ask you a little bit about those? So how did you first meet for real? Like, oh, so what you said you were playing a game? What game were you playing? And how old were you at the time?
so I was 13 or maybe 14 at the time. I think 13, because it would have been, if I remember correctly, it was on Overwatch on a King's Row match. It wouldn't have been during any of the.
Bro, why do you know that? I don't know. It's not important.
Holiday stuff, so it wouldn't have been like decorated towards it. So it would have probably been summer of 2016. So I would have been 16 or not 16, sorry, 13 at the time. I met her. She was in voice call and in the like match lobby, and people were like giving her shit for like talking. I'm guessing, I'm assuming it's because she's a trans woman and just people being bigoted and shitty. And I was like a goober little kid.
Bad thing. You shouldn't do that, but I don't know if they're saying Widow hit your shots, you're fucking shit. I don't know, man.
so I was like, fuck those people. If you want, we could go play. We were doing well, yada yada, and we ended up grouping up together after that game and just continued playing throughout the night. And then we added each other on Discord. I don't know if it was that.
With that part, I think that part's okay. Because, you know, just playing games, y'all don't know anything about each other. Supposedly, that could obviously probably end up being wrong, unfortunately, but oh fucking well. Fortune is kind of dope. Not as
Day
in
or
I'm fired.
after a bit, but I know we played for a good bit, and then that's how we started talking online and all that.
And I think I'm aware that Demonmama's age is she was born in 1990, I believe, so she would be about 26 in 2016.
I did not know that was her age. Good to know, actually. So that actually helps me a lot, timeline-wise here. So that will give me some good.
Did he not know her age either? Ooh, fuck. So she knew his age, but he didn't know. So he couldn't even do his like part. Because I mean, it's not on him to not talk to. Like, one person's got to be the adult. And well, in this situation, at least, you know, and, not talk to children, but. I guess that's too difficult.
Oh, that makes that worse.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
Sorry. I went through. I endeavored to find necessary information because it's obviously quite relevant to this. Knowing that the individual will be what is 13 years older than you. If you're 13 and they're 26, is a substantial difference.
Yeah.
But you guys hopped into the Discord.
If I met like a cool person on Overwatch, like right now, and they were 13. Cool, nice to meet you, bye.
And started talking immediately off and on. Did you join her Discord or did you just friend each other?
There was, I think, a server that I was, I forget. I know there was a couple people in it.
Like, I didn't even have a Discord till I was like 18. Because I just didn't need one.
That she still has around, I know Fawn was in it, a partner at the time that she had, that she's not dating anymore. Some
not their poly. I'm joking. That was low.
other folk that were just chill. What's it called? I know at first it was just DMs, and then I was invited into a server where we would go into VC, and it was either a server or a private DM call, or like one of the group ones. I can't remember specifically, but I think it was a server because it had VCs and text chats. I think.
And what did you guys talk about, and what was the nature of the server?
It was pretty casual. I know there was an
so.
art section, so it might have. Yeah, it definitely. Okay, so it was probably a server that had an art section, and I know Fawn posted her stuff there, and I posted my stuff there. If it wasn't a server, and it was definitely in DMs or a private chat with all this in it, because I remember us talking about the different art and Demonmama being there and Fawn being there and some other folk being there. I don't want to name them. If I do name these people, I don't want them to like get thrown through the gutter for this because they were just there.
My primary focus on individuals that would have been.
Hey, that might happen, but that's just the internet being weird, even if they are not involved. But I don't know.
Around Demonmama at the time are on people that are still around her now.
Okay.
So Demonmama, Fawn, notable figures in her community like Gay Fesh and like any of those individuals, I would like for you to bring up if it's okay with you. But anybody who's a sort of like a private citizen and has since departed, there's absolutely no reason to bring them up.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I won't bring them. Just yeah. Okay. So at that point,
My screen.
it was casual, and I know I was sharing art. I don't know if it was not safe for work in nature at the time, but I know I was just sharing general art that I made in the chat, and Fawn was sharing the stuff that she made, and it was
You didn't know if yours
mostly not
was
safe for work
NSFW,
in
or-
nature. Some of it wasn't. Around then, I would say that's when like the sharing of it became like it started with Fawn. I know Demonmama did.
Real quick, I gotta get this fucking smoke. I want the fucking smoke.
Share some of the stuff that like she didn't draw. I know she doesn't draw, but I know she did share some of the stuff that she was into as well in the art chats.
Can I? This is going to be a little gross. You're already familiar with this stuff, but can I describe some of these images, and you can confirm that these are the ones?
Oh, don't Describe it
that
to
you
me.
sent me, that she sent you earlier.
Yes, go for it.
So one of them is this is from Pseudophon on July 28th, 2020. It's like the back end reproductive organs of a
Holy
horse with a
shit.
tail.
Oh, the atomically accurate horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember when I saw that the first time, I was shocked. I was like, oh, this is this is a bit much even for what I expected Fawn to be into. And at this point, well, I guess I will get to that in the timeline. But at this point, I thought I guess technically even I didn't follow it at the time as a minor.
Like, I get it if you're like an actual art student and maybe like, you know, you gotta draw something that's more on the adult side, but anatomically correct, but like a realism piece, like that's pushing it, right? But I think I'd get it. But
no sharing of the not safe for work stuff while they moved to wherever they moved to.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm gonna be honest, getting sent atomically accurate horse pussy out of nowhere was kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person very much. And there was a general, I think I might actually have it in the DMs. There was kind of a gap before I talked to them again because it did make me uncomfortable at the time, and I won't lie about that.
Yeah,
I can find that.
There's another one. You might
or they just don't post it at all. Hot take.
be a little bit backward. The gap seems to be between Pseudophon in that same year, but April of 2020, sending you a picture of an erect penis with I'm assuming that's her like avatar or something hanging off the side of it.
Yeah, I am not sure what that is. That one, yeah, I was confused as well about that one, but I kind of just was like, yeah, and then moved.
Oh, this seems like a personal DM. Oh no. Oh no. You can't do that, dog. Fucker, I literally just stood still.
Don, because I really didn't want to acknowledge it, I guess.
And these people were pretty aware of your age. I mean, you said you were in voice chat. Obviously, if you're under even 16 years old, you're probably, as I say, a squeaker.
True.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that because it was told to me more than one time that I acted older and everything for my age.
That's the grooming buzzword, or the predator buzzword. You actually mature for your age.
By these people. Okay. So it's funny in a fucked up sense, and it's not funny. I'm coping horribly right now.
No, it's completely fine.
Oh, probably.
Did you think that was a major highlight of your relationship with these individuals while you were in the server with them, that you were notable for your youth and for sort of, I don't know, your kind of permissibility with sharing these fairly explicitly sexual images?
Like, they acknowledged it, but it didn't.
Meh. They acknowledged it, but nah, whatever. He's seen worse, so really I get to share more.
Change anything, I guess? Like, I kind of was just another one of the people in there, despite my age.
That is a damn shame.
And I guess I can get into this part of the timeline then, the video call incident.
Please.
I think we were playing games at first, but it ended up being either we were playing games or drawing or hanging out or something. So I know Demonmama and Fawn were in the call, and Fawn turned on her camera, and I look over, and she's flashing dildos on her screen and laughing. And
keep it in the NSFW, dog.
And what's it called? Demonmama did, I will mention, Demonmama did go Fawn, like, telling her to stop. But it did not stop Fawn.
Well, would've been nice, I guess.
For that to then go into detail and tell me which dildos were joke dildos and when she actually used.
And how old were you at the time?
I would have been at the most 14, 15.
Okay. And were you on video? They were looking at you, you were looking at them?
I might have been on video. I don't think so. I don't think I had a webcam at that point.
Gotcha. And you would say that, so very clearly, Demonmama noticed that something inappropriate was happening. They're fairly aware of your age, and she did not cut the call, even though she could have, and put a stop to that.
Yeah, it could have ended right then.
Come on, you
the call just happened.
stupid bitch.
How did that make you feel?
I'm getting buckled on. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was really uncomfortable in the moment. I didn't really know what to.
Just back it up because I got distracted.
Cut the call, even though she could have, and put a stop to that.
Yeah, it could have.
Or just didn't do it at all. Be an adult. Don't do it at all. Hot take. Don't be a fucking silly goose. It's really Don't be a fucking Diddy disciple, dog. Don't do that shit.
Ended right then and there, but it did not. The call just kept going. And
How did that make you feel?
I was really uncomfortable in the moment. I didn't really know what to feel, I guess.
No, why would you?
I'm still kind of not really grasping the gravity of what has been going on and what has happened. I'm still very much just, I guess just, I just feel like fucked up about it. Just feel weird and
Yeah.
really not good about all of it. And
I wouldn't either.
Would you say that at your age, was this probably one of maybe your first sexual experiences with?
oh yeah,
another
I would
person?
definitely say so.
And they
Yeah.
sort of made that decision for you.
Damn, that feels fucking bad. That's a fucking victim right there.
Yeah, I would definitely agree on that. I did not consent to that at all.
Was there more of this sort of horseplaying with sexuality, knowing that there was a minor around happening, or was this kind of a one-off, or maybe something that they were testing the waters with? What was your impression?
Honestly, now knowing what Fawn's tweeted, I don't know if there was anything malicious going on. I don't want to like imply that I feel that way, but it is really weird that she was so open to talk about her kinks. And
That's the thing I don't understand with folks online. Why are so many people openly like horned up on the internet? Like, I get it, we're adults. Some of us, clearly not this guy. You know, he's an actual child. Like, why are people so okay with just sharing those intimate personal parts of it? Like, if they do sexual stuff, it's totally valid. Like, to your normal everyday Joe. It's supposed to be like fucking. I don't know. Maybe it's a online terminal horny online thing. My voice will crack. I'm 22 years young. And my voice will crack.
like do that and share her not safe for work. And a lot of the not safe for work she did share with me around that time was like Binding of Isaac characters, and the stuff she still draws is Binding of Isaac characters. And if you know what Binding of Isaac is, it's about like dead babies
Yeah,
and
little
kids.
children.
Yeah.
Okay.
When did you find out about Fawn's Twitter and her sort of predilection towards being very open with a sexual attraction towards minors?
When you made your stream about it, actually, I didn't know
really?
those tweets existed.
Oh, okay.
I followed her on Twitter, but like after a while when I made it.
These people think that like they're my freedom of speech. I can't be held accountable. Holy fuck. Hardest to scan? Sure does.
To Twitter, but I didn't know those ones existed. And when I realized it matched up around the time that I met her and started talking to her and interacted with her, it made me really uncomfortable. knowing that
Oh shit. Oh shit. Holy fuck, that is so much worse than what I thought. So wait, so this guy joins the community, and then this person starts talking about Shota?
she was sending me all that stuff and talking about all that stuff while actively jerking it to Shotokan.
I don't want to press you too much more on that, but do you think that there's a direct relationship between their, maybe not necessarily Demonmama as well, but certainly Fawn, their relationship with you and these tweets that they were making? Do you think that there's possibly a direct connection? Because they're almost doing this at exactly the same time.
I really don't want to believe that.
Oh no, why would you want to believe it? But it might be true. Ooh, what do I give up? The Uzis? Yeah, probably. Fuck.
I really don't want to think that she did that and thought like that, but there is a chance,
we don't want to live life thinking, all right, immediately assuming people are guilty, even though they might be. You know, it's that karma on us, I guess. I don't know. People.
Really don't like that there is a chance that that's a possibility. I don't want to I mentally don't want to entertain that, because I've known her and talked to her and like I've heard like sad fucked up shit from her and her. Like we've had one-to-one conversations about our existences and all the fucked up shit in our lives, etc. But like I guess because of how I view her.
I really hope that wasn't when you were a child she was sharing that with you, because that'd be fucking weird. Why are you sharing your trauma with a fucking kid?
as a friend
Talk about Pokemon cards.
in quotations because of our very fucked up relationship. It hurts me to know that that's a genus. And
This
that's
is
a very real possibility.
This is something I've heard a few times from people that are leading Demonmama's community or even connected to it, that they maybe witnessed something inappropriate, had an inappropriate experience, maybe felt some uncomfortable feeling, and the sort of trauma relationships that were built between people and the sort of friendship that they didn't want to lose was something that they felt they had to put ahead of maybe, you know, talking about how uncomfortable.
And that's so sad. That's so sad. That fucking... What does that say about us as, like, a society? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too, like, big-brained about it, but what does that say about us? Like, does that say we're so, like, itching for interactions with people that we're willing to put ourselves through literal hell for it?
They were or talking about maybe ending a certain kind of behavior. Do you feel that that might have influenced decisions on your part to say, like, hey, don't ever do that again, or I'm very weirded out by this, or anything like that?
I would definitely say so.
Sure.
I think that's probably why it took until hearing all that stuff and seeing a friend of mine come on your stream. And shout out to Triptych for talking about the Demonmama stuff, because I didn't know they left, and I knew they were in the middle of the shitstorm that was the Demonmama mod team and that whole community being the fucking mess that it was. And it was a mess when I moderated it, and I can't even imagine how bad it is now with how culty it got in there.
It is, and I'm going to get to that in some of your work history here in a second. I think I just have one immediate question, and then we can finish up the timeline. There's just one other screenshot you sent me. I'm going to read it to you, and then I just want to get some of your impressions on it. You guys were talking about some other stuff. It might feed his ego, but it's really funny. This is from July 8th, 2021, about a month or a year after some of those previous ones. You wrote, it'll feed the horny minds, including mine. By the way, if you're worried about NSFW stuff, I'm 18, so we vibing, cuz. And Demonmama said, I'm not anymore, smiley face. You've always been respectful about that. That's a very curious thing for...
Oh, lovely. Oh, we're going to get to this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So,
man, you fuck my shit up.
When I forget when this happened, but I was probably, I think maybe 15, 16. Whenever she moved to Seattle or Washington or whatever the hell she is, I was told not to send Not Safe for Work to her anymore, because the state and wherever she was moving to, that would be a huge no-no.
But not because you were...
Well, I mean, this person doesn't... Demonmama doesn't care about the law, so, like, why would they stop now? Okay.
Legal minor.
Yeah, no. Before that point, it was free game.
And so,
clearly,
were these things that she not just welcomed but like asked for? Was there any aspect of like ordering, so to say?
I wouldn't say that. It was very like just casual. Like I was just one of the what's it called? It's one of the boys. Just
one of the victims, you could say.
We're chilling. We're sending each other our art and the stuff we like, and just kept going until that point. And it did stop for a good bit. I think it stopped for a good bit on my old account, because I remember her being very like thankful about it at least once, and before the screenshot that I sent you. But I guess that didn't last very long.
And if we, I have another one up here. I think this maybe you sent a picture of buttholes to Demonmama, and this is November 27th, 2019. Which of course, it's called Draw Pile. It's supposed to get wild. How are you? Good dude. Drawing buttholes for the first time. She says good anatomy.
Why do you start a conversation like that? Who the hell starts a conversation like that? Okay, I guess.
Practice. And then you guys kind of start a conversation. So this is you've sent pornography to an adult who is at least...
I was like 16 or 17 at that point. I would have been 17.
Which we did. So she's going to be about 29, 30 years old. There's no judgments to you. I think that if a minor sent me a not safe for work drawing, I'd probably just say, don't do that anymore. But this was a like pattern of stuff. How does it make you feel, now that you're a bit...
Like a responsible adult. It's crazy how that works. Jesus Christ. It's fucking wild. Me doing this more the YouTube junk. Not junk. Doing the YouTube stuff. It's fun. I like doing it in my older. But dude, I didn't realize how fucking much people were fucking doing this shit. That is fucking kooky bananas. I don't know if I like the zero gradient or not. don't know. I simply don't know. I don't know. I'll keep it, I simply don't know, because he's just like fucking plastic. Yeah, keep it how I had it. Dick Pool.
Somebody with that kind of age difference, exchanging, kind of freewheel exchanging pornographic material with a minor.
It really fucks me up now, because like if I was in that, I'm thinking like of myself if I was in that position now as an adult, like talking to like a minor. That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
That fucks me up bad. Like thinking like I don't know what the thought.
Yeah, like what if I was like if a minor sent me that shit? Holy shit! Fuck you, inappropriate. Where are your parents?
Process that makes this okay is, but I can't find it.
Yes.
In my noggin. It just should be no, and the fact that I broke the rule that she set.
Uh-oh.
It just should be no, and the fact that I broke the rule that she set, and the fact that she was just fine with it and didn't reprimand me or anything, that is rather broke the rule. My noggin. It just should be no, and the fact that I broke the rule that she set, and the fact that she was just fine with it and didn't reprimand me or anything, that is rather telling.
I think also there being a rule that
is also telling.
Yeah, it's sort of establishing the nature of that interaction seems, you know, that
Dude, human fucking common sense is fucking few and far between in these online spaces. But like, you say the wrong fucking, for example, not to be that fucking mud-blooded American. You say the wrong pronoun, your shit's getting pushed in, even though it's not that big of a deal when it's just a mistake. But like, now minors sending me pornographic images, that's, you know what we call that? That's okay. Absolutely fucking insane.
In my mind, I'm going to use this word. You don't have to agree with me, but this does strike me as being at least a touch predatory. I don't know if you agree with that or not. But
yeah. I will agree on that one. It is a little fucking mad regard.
I'm going to try to move the conversation away from this, at least for a little bit. If you want to return to it later, that's absolutely okay. But it's actually even, it's a bit much even for me. I have to assume it's probably a little bit for you.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Moving into the Demonmama community, which you ended up being integrated into and eventually working for by your own statements to me. You started drawing thumbnails for her, and also acting as a moderator. Can you tell me how that relationship evolved to that point?
I was brought on as a mod really, really early on, as I think just because I was a friend of hers and she knew mods.
And I did a bit of a, at a time point?
When did she start her channel? Probably, I would probably say just started her channel. I don't know the exact date, but like really extremely early on.
Like a 2016, 2017-ish? You know, I think I'm supposing, sorry. If you want to look it up for me.
Yeah, I will look it up. 4 years ago. Let's see. So 2020. So about I'll say about mid 2020, like late 2020. I started modding for her and being active in her community. And on the mod end, it's interesting. The moment that a bunch of like the political frogs all really swarmed in from all the lefty side, in quotations. The mod team kind of had its first implosion. The head mod at the time and thumbnail artist Gina kind of had like a meltdown, and it was a couple things leading up to it, but the entire, I forget if she was going to delete something important or start banning mods at random because she had the power to. But we had a full lockdown of the mod chat, and we had to cycle out the thumbnail artist, the head mod, and I think we had to do like some big old talk with all of the mods, and that was like barely, she was like a 1K, 2K subscriber. Like she was really small at the time, so it was already kind of a mess at that point.
Were a lot of these people carry over from the previous Discord you were in?
A couple of them were actually.
Because I see folks like Father Stomach, you could say, but he doesn't talk a lot about his moderation stuff. So it's like filtering out like the really shit comments, the deplorable ones. I don't know. Also, I know he runs a Discord, but it's not like it's a paid membership Discord. So if I get that big, that's what I'll do.
I don't think they stayed for very long. I don't think. I met Gayfesh as a mod in Demonmama's community, so he wasn't in there. Who was? All the people that I can think of have either disassociated from Demonmama entirely, or like have just kind of faded out into non-existence or doing whatever they're doing. So, as far as I can remember, I think most of the new mods that were there were either friends of hers or just new people that came in from the community that she trusted eventually.
And that seems like it's pretty common that she keeps her friends close. It's a very tight circle.
Yeah, I would say so.
Really not, because you had a fucking kid on your mod team, but okay.
God, what was it? I forget if there was. I know there was constant fighting in the mod chat. It seems pretty standard for lefty political things, but there was a lot of bickering and like arguing over just nonsense constantly with the mods. And there was more than a few times that the new head mod that we had, and I think even Demonmama had a couple times had to go in and argue with some of the people that she had and drop some of the people that she had going. Oh God, actually, there's an entire, what's it called, thing here I forgot about. I might have to inform you about that another time.
It's all good.
That's something to get into potentially. But for this, sorry, I'm drawing blank really bad right now.
No, it's okay. I sort of took you off the road. I was just giving you room to speak. We were going over the timeline, and right around 2020, I think it is, when the start.
I wonder, because of this interview, if this timeline is important. Is this the whole? Okay, this video is just the whole call.
Her channel, you became a mod. You started doing moderator activities. I'm going to assume standard message removal, bans, approvals, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and making thumbnails because Demonmama was aware of the fact that you were an artist for reasons.
So when I started doing thumbnails, actually, not only did I do the thumbnails, her Demonmama section, I did the animated intro for that as well. Funny story about that one. This one pisses me off as an artist. I made that in like 6 hours because she wanted it done before her next stream. So it looked like ass, and like it's okay. It's an animation. Yeah, it works for her stream or whatever. But I went back and took like multiple weeks out of my time while sick to make it better and nicer, and I sent it to the editing team at the time, and it was never used. So that on a personal note, that pisses me off.
And to clarify, by sick, this is right around the time that, or after the time that you contracted Lyme disease, is something you're still living with now, and it's fairly serious.
Yeah. June honestly, it would have been at the end of that year between COVID. Yeah, at the end of that year, I got COVID, and it triggered the Lyme disease that I had dormant in my body since I was a little kid. And just a brief overview of my Lyme and all that. It causes me seizures, immense chronic body pain. I can.
No wonder he's editing for a pred. I'm joking.
Contracted SIBO, which is a small bacterial overgrowth, and I've vomited 185 pounds out of my body in the past year and a half.
That's pretty terrible.
Fuck.
On top of
holy shit, that's a whole me.
The unfortunate revelation from my shit posting on YouTube.
I'm more.
So that's fun. But during that time, it was just the seizures, and actually no, the vomiting was also a factor during the later end of the work relationship. So I can get into that when that's timeline wise applicable. For the timeline stuff, Demonmama's thumbnail thing. I was only meant to do thumbnails. That's what I signed up for. That's what I was told I was going to do. I quickly learned that wasn't the case. I would be managing all of her titles, doing all the tagging for the video, making sure they get out on time.
Just got talking, by the way. So I'm on 1.75.
I even made all of the categories for her videos because she didn't have any. And
damn, my ADHD, my TikTok brain can't fucking do it.
I thought it would be useful.
So you're essentially running the channel. You got to log in to her channel.
Yeah, I had a login. I had a full access to everything.
Which, for the record, none of my editors have on my channel. That's an extremely large amount of responsibility for someone who was at the time. You're just 18, I think.
In 2020, I would have been like 16, 17.
16, 17. So you're a legal minor with running a YouTube channel for someone that's 13 years older than you, pushing into being 30, if not into their 30s, and not getting a lot for it. Did you guys agree on a compensation schedule of some sort, or was this just, hey, we're friends, and because we're friends, you're going to do friend stuff, and maybe if you don't get it done, we're not going to friend?
We did have a payment system set up. I forget if it was, I think it was like once, whenever YouTube, the payment went out, she would send out the pay for all of her team or whatever. I think it was once a month. On I think the 15th, whenever YouTube does its whatever payout, and she would collect all her funds and send it out. I could see the YouTube payout. I didn't know how much Twitch was, but I know the Twitch was more because she talked about it a couple times, and I knew for a fact I could do math. I knew at least at the start. Okay, how do I preface this? At the start, it wasn't good pay, but it was understandable given her channel size. and I can understand paying bills, et cetera. But
Would you
when
say it's
she-
something fair, and maybe you expected that it would increase as the channel that you were
I
putting
would
your
say
labor in got
that.
big? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it
And
doesn't-
as the labor increase grew on my end with doing the tags and titles and making sure they went out every other day, at this point, this is when I got like sick, like with Lyme. So I was like I was being pumped full of antibiotics and being horribly ill every day. And
Yeah,
I
you're
would have to
fucking
wake up
dying.
at, I remember, at 10:30 and just fucking hope and pray that I could figure out a thumbnail and title in 30 minutes so I can go back to bed and be horribly sick and sleep all day again.
And to
that
kind
was
of hammer it home, you're still a minor at the time. Were you in school as well?
Yeah.
Damn, he's got fucking 2 full-time jobs and getting paid $100 a fucking month. Fuck.
This one's a little hard to explain. I guess I was bullied out of high school and then did online school for a bit and speedrun through that, and I was essentially in college at 16.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
Okay.
It is an interesting mess.
You know, if you went through some bullying like that, did you think when you were going through that and having to leave school, did you feel like alone and isolated? And did you ever share that with Demonmama and her sort of circle?
Oh yeah, they knew about what happened to me. But those people, the people that did all the fucked up shit to me, like tried to get into her community, and Demonmama like banned them per my request. And like I told her all that happened to me. Like she knows.
And you're safe now.
Well, at
Yeah,
least
yeah, I'm all good now.
you didn't get fucking shit stomped in there. I mean, you had some fucking play, I guess. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how important the good things are. Well, we'll see.
But you were working for her and putting this entire YouTube thing together for anyone listening to this, but I don't end up cutting this chunk out. When I do my own uploads and write my titles in, it takes me about anywhere from 5 to 10-ish total minutes of doing a bunch of different little things. Was that about the amount of time it probably took you per video just for the upload stuff? Not to say anything less of you did all the thumbnails and whatnot as well, correct?
Yeah. The hardest part for me were always the titles because I'm not a very good written person and a visual person. That's how I struggle with my words enough as it is. So having to come up with titles for videos I have no information about. And I got to preface this as well. I never got any information about any of the videos that I was thumbnailing. Every single thumbnail I made for the most part was me just guessing what the hell was going on in those videos and like sticking through it a little bit.
That's how every YouTuber does it, right?
I respect that. I am good with words. It's like one of my things, and titles are nightmarishly difficult for me as well. It's usually what takes me the longest.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously,
I mean, I don't like doing titles, so sometimes I'll just do something really quippy and short, or I'll just do, because I just do reaction content, right? So I'll just end up doing the normal videos, doodad, their title.
typing them in, not
Yeah.
big, but trying to figure out a way to sell it in 100 words or less, or 100 characters or less. It can be a bit daunting, especially if you actually. I was in the video. If you didn't watch it, obviously that's going to be a lot harder. And if you had to guess, what was your like overly monthly compensation? Sort of. If you had to guess how many hours, how much money you made, what would you say those figures?
You'd make it 2 cents an hour.
If I remember correctly, I would do 20 to 30 thumbnails and like all the time.
May, June, July. That's all he made for doing all that shit?
Titles and all that, yada yada. And I would get at the start it was about like 200 to 250, but by the end of the year it went down to like $80.
Holy fuck. You were like running that shit, weren't you?
That was
With no work slowdown on your part.
oh yeah, no worries.
Gotcha. And this is how many videos? I think you said you were doing 33 to 66 or some odd. I might be inflating those numbers.
A month it would have been about like 20 to 30. Okay. But like overall it would have been, I don't even know how many.
So with that in mind, obviously you watched my stream on, I was a little bit irate with Demonmama holding on to information about another creator being abusive to people doing essentially the exact same work that you were doing. Did you find it maybe a touch hypocritical that she
Oh,
would...
I found it so
Wow.
fucking ironic for so long. It's been a joke in my fucking friend group that whenever she brings up AI art and like how to treat artists, it's like, oh, what about Gloopy?
If you had to guess, I've seen you had a friend put together a spreadsheet here with, I'm assuming, I think it's the last like 3-ish months of work. But how much do you think you've probably been tilted or shorted here?
Overall, probably, I don't know, hundreds. That brings me to my favorite part about the work thing was she told me that financially, I think when I sent the spreadsheet into her thing and it was like, hey, the deficit is like fucked here. I think I have this. I don't know if I sent you the screenshot, but I have a screenshot of her saying that the channel is just not doing well and it's struggling and et cetera, et cetera. She is trying
I don't believe that, but okay.
her best. Yeah.
If the pacing, if the work is increasing, you must think that the payout is increasing.
But then I see a tweet from her at the end of the year saying that she went and got a $5,000 custom tongue split from somebody and flew out and went to a Trippie Red concert.
Pay your fucking employees.
So
And
in the
I've
same
seen that
token,
she was bragging about that on one of her streams.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He's a kid.
looked it up
what is
because
she
you
gonna
mentioned
do?
the tongue split. I guess it's one of her iconic features, and she sort of maybe paid for at least a bit of it by shorting a minor who was working. Well, you might have been over 18 by the time you finally split. I'm sorry, I didn't hammer that specifically home. When did you finally get to a point where you went, I've not been paid in months. I don't think I can continue on with this.
Like, I don't know exactly. I think it would have been mid 2021 to late 2021 where I was so sick. I was just like, I physically cannot do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a physical issue at that point. Because like I
don't know, that mental strain on like doing a full-time job worth of work and not being fucking, I don't know, compensated for it must be like mentally fucking taxing. Like all your work is just going towards nothing because you're not gonna see a fucking dime of it.
the pay was low and shitty, but I was poor and needed the money anyway, so it's like, fuck it, I needed it. But once my physical was so ass, it just became a matter of I can't do this anymore. It's not worth even the bit of money I'm getting.
And how receptive was she to your issues about working conditions, expectations, pay, and the like?
I will say when I did tell her that I was sick, she was like, I understand, we'll try to accommodate. That may have only applied
We'll accommodate you, but we won't pay you more.
like 3 or 4 times. Whenever if you notice in my thumbnail, like my era of thumbnails, there's ones that aren't like the little character or whatever. Those are the days that I'm so sick I physically cannot do it. Like those.
Poor fucking guy. Trash pay. Health is in the fucking shitter. But we'll accommodate you for now. For now. Feels bad, man.
Those are the only days that it's not mine.
So you're like working yourself to the bone for, I'm seeing some of the compensation here is basically like roughly $2.80 a video at the absolute worst. And at the best, in the spreadsheet you shared with me, 22 videos in a month for $260, you have it out at about $11.82 for a thumbnail, doing all of these uploads, writing titles, and basically quite literally turning her content into money because that's what gets changed over into ad revenue are these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet the poor guy feels like kind of silly. Like he's just kind of silly at the end of the day for it because he's sticking up for himself. And now it's like, kind of like a paper. It's like, holy shit, you're like really being taken advantage of and exploited, dog.
Did you feel? I'm sorry, please.
Oh no, sorry. I was just making noise.
Did you feel that there was a true and honest and open line of communication to area grievances as a basically employee of Demonmama?
How would you if I don't know.
Not really. I felt like I could talk to her, but I feel like and I did, and still kind of do feel like there was always like a wall of just it doesn't matter what I say.
Well, yeah, because I mean, how much would you take your for the person that's supposed to be your friend, but yet your boss at the same time, but won't pay you enough? I don't know, man.
At this point,
so you could always have a nice conversation with her, but criticism would be something that was not met with open arms, so to say. Maybe not necessarily hostility, but you don't.
Yeah, I didn't. Negative conversations with her were not something I wanted to have because it felt like when I did bring up the pay, it felt like I was being put, like I was wrong, and I should feel bad for it, even though every person
That's
I
so
talked.
fucking sad. He's the one gluing the whole fucking channel together. That's fucking sad. Beat the brakes off this guy. Damn, he's gonna stand a fucking chance.
To about it told me I was wronged and yada yada about it. So it's still confusing for me because I still feel like I'm in the wrong. Like
you're not.
He got genuinely gaslit into thinking he was fucking wrong. Oh my god.
This is I can actually step away from journalism for ethically speaking. This is wage theft. That's wage theft. If you had an agreed upon amount, or if you were being taken advantage of and not being fully paid, you are fully justified in feeling wrong about that. Don't let them take that away from you at all. That's if this was kind of any other community, that would be maybe less of an important issue. But this is all leftism and workers' rights and stuff. And so
oh, that's why that's important. Because I was wondering why he brought that up, but I have no fucking clue. Okay. I was wondering why
I've seen Demonmama talk, I guess to some degree about that kind of stuff. Obviously, she's adjacent to Vosh and that whole kind of crew. But do you think, as a person that was kind of within those circles, that she practices what she preaches when it comes to, treating workers fairly?
I don't think so. It's what makes it more interesting to me is she knew how sick I was. I was very open about like the seizures and the vomiting and all that stuff to her, and she wouldn't check in. She wouldn't, unless like I came running like, hey, I can't upload this, I'm really fucking sick. Maybe I get a response sometimes, and if I did, it would be hours later, either from her or from somebody in the editor chat saying like, being like, yeah, okay, I got it now, and then the video would just sit there for a couple hours because it would just be me.
And you were.
I mean, hey, they're showing the signs of how to not run a fucking business / YouTube channel, having that open comm line open, but Hey, they know best, I guess.
Still doing moderator work as well during some of this.
Yes, I think during the first bit of it, I know I eventually stopped doing mod stuff because it was just too much, and the mods were getting on my nerves and being overwhelming and obnoxious. So I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. So I just
Well, yeah, because I guarantee you were dealing with fucking people that were wanting to control what you were doing, even though you were the one doing all the fucking work.
stepped aside from that.
And how did you, because obviously this is not anywhere near enough to approach living on, how were you supporting yourself to live outside of working alongside Demonmama?
Really trying to get any kind of commission job I could. Mostly living through my family to support my meds and everything like that, because it is expensive to manage Lyme disease and treat it, let alone be in a spot where you're stable. And at that point, I didn't really know what was going on with the Lyme and what meds work, so it was a constant battle of expensive medicine and trying to find work to support that medicine and feed myself. And I will mention this as well, there were more than a few times I had to ask her for money to buy myself food because I could not afford it.
Money that she...
That is fucked up. But she'll give you the food, right? Damn. That's fucked up. She'll give you the food. Give you food money. She won't give you fucking... She won't give you the better pay. Well, I can afford that. But I can't afford giving you money.
Should have paid you.
Yeah, should
I can give you a McChicken. No pay increase.
that you should have framed in the first place.
Yeah.
I can afford the McChicken for you.
So at this time, your support structure is basically your natural family that you have. Did you have friends outside of this, or was it pretty much just kind of like your social circle is this kind of internet crew of people that are in and around Demonmama?
Yeah, it would have been just the
That sucks, because like having real life friends is very grounding, you could say.
internet people. All of the IRL interaction I had was really shattered off from the bad group of people I interacted with before. Like I met some really good people from Demonmama. I have some
Yeah, like I have some online friends. One of my online friends is going to be best man at my wedding.
really good friends
So it's not that it can't happen, but having a good outside support is super, super important.
from that place, and I still do. I met my partner there, and I.
Get yourself some friends.
It's awful because a part of me is like I don't want to change what happened because I technically owe. I don't owe her anything, but like the interactions that I've had there have led me to the place where I am now with the people that I have now, and I'm thankful for the people I have now.
He's about to say that he owes her.
But not for her. She sucks.
Well, I guess.
Do you think some of your negative feelings tied up around talking about this, about discussing ways that I think it would be hard pressed for me to find a person that would say you weren't wronged, both in the pseudo-sexual relationship you had with her circle as a child, and also the very, very exploitative work relationship you had with her? Did you feel even ever feel that that might be taken away from you, or that your negative feelings towards this might be that Demonmama or people close to her might try to essentially destroy your relationships that you have?
Well, I mean, like, so I know some of these communities can be problematic. So some of these communities can be. I use Twitter, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
In retaliation for talking about these things.
I was, and I am still very actively worried about what this is going to do and what it would have done then, especially then with the people I knew. Because like all of my friends then were really into Demonmama's like whole thing, and we all eventually left for our own reasons because everyone got sick of the treatment there and how things were ran, et cetera, et cetera. But I was worried about how this would affect a lot of things with people that I've known from there. And good to know that everyone that I do talk to from there all has the same consensus about this. Thank God. But yeah, I was worried about how this would affect things with people I knew, and the person I was actually worried about that I didn't know left a year ago at this point was Triptych. They were a big mod in Demonmama's community. I know they were very outspoken about how they felt, and I'm glad that that continued with the bullshit Demonmama was, and her mods are probably pulling then, and probably why they did. I should say.
Would you say, if there's someone else that feels this way, not like everybody has to turn their back on Demonmama, not be her friend or anything like that, I'm not making that argument.
I am.
But for anybody that feels scared of walking away from that group because they're going to like lose everything, or they have feelings that are like that they maybe couldn't quite put their hands on.
I mean, like, you shouldn't be scared if you think there's a problem about, like, being in some sort of community, unless you're in, like, a fucking gang. You know, there shouldn't be a problem with you leaving.
Do you think it's worth it to walk away if you're feeling that way? Do you feel good now that you've got this distance and this clarity on the situation?
I would definitely say so. Especially when I was working for her and my entire like existence was essentially surrounded, was her. Like her, my friends were all associated with her. My job was her. My day-to-day was drawing her, thinking of things for her thing, yada yada yada. That I would have never have thought to do this. This would have destroyed every single opportunity I had, my source of income, all my friends. At that point I thought I was fucked if I did this. But now with the people I have and everything like that, it is very scary. And and I am actively shaking in my boots.
Come down here, dude.
But it was worth it, and I knew it was right when I felt relief telling my partner and then telling you, and knowing that this is out there or going to be, and it's just over. It's giving me like a bit of, I guess, just relief mentally and physically, like a weight is off of my back. I guess
Getting that out there, out of your system is probably really productive. I can imagine. No minis. What? I want the mega. I want the mini.
in a sense.
I don't want to push you to making a conclusion, but you described a situation a little while ago that would be pretty crazy. You know, you said you woke up, you know, you were sick, and your friend circle was Demonmama, and your job was Demonmama, and you drew her, and you talked about her, and you made things for her. To me, that sounds like almost a religious-y type thing. And I'm not gonna push you, but would you say
you're
that
gonna push the cult? I mean, maybe. Depends. Depends what you got.
there's an aspect of cultishness, maybe in and around how her circle operates and kind of in what she maybe expects from people that are immediately around her?
Totally. It is such a cult of personality. If it wasn't then when I was there, it is so
Holy shit! Well, it turns out I didn't have to fucking say anything. He's got it on the lock.
bad now. Like, oh my god. I can't even imagine how bad it is now. If I was like that then, with all the people, how we all just talked about Demonmama and all her politics are so good. Oh, it's all Demonmama, all Demonmama, all Demonmama. I can't imagine what her chats are like now, where it's even more controlled and more like, what's it called? Withered out all of the non imps, I guess, in this case. I would definitely say it's very culty there. I haven't been. I've like checked in there once or twice.
Oh fuck! Hold on. All right, sorry. I had to respond to the shoddy.
To see like how much stuff has changed,
Give that girl a smooch from Snapchat.
and it just looks very, very one-dimensional in her thinking. I guess is the way I put it. Very Demonmama oriented.
Basically, literally on that same note, with the nervousness and stuff that you were feeling, have people been trying to reach out to you, or do you feel like there's been any pressure as you've been getting ready to come forward?
Funny you mentioned that. So about an hour ago, or a couple hours ago at this point, when I woke up, I got a friend request from Demonmama, and I have a message from her on Twitter.
Oh, he blocked her. Oh, so she knows that he's like cutting ties. Uh-oh.
I have not read this message. I've read like the first little preview bit of it, and I'm already really not looking forward to this. And I wanted to save that for this, so we're going to do that.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready when you are. If you'd like to read it now, or if you want to continue the conversation before we do it, either's fine with me.
Sure. Let's. I guess because it matches with that a bit. I should do that now. Oh God, what is this? Okay. Okay. Hey, Glooby, I wanted to ask you something. I was informed by a friend that they saw you posting a thread about fun on the Discord of a guy who's become dangerously obsessed with myself and my family and my friends, and I assumed it was someone impersonating you, and you've recently messaged me and we talked in a bit, very friendly. Hell, your on here last messages were helping you get that GoFundMe going. And I want to mention this GoFundMe thing. So I almost went homeless one time, and I messaged her that, hey, I'm gonna go
Hey, maybe she should have paid him more.
fucking homeless. I need
Well, they keep fucking... Maybe you should just pay him more.
like help. If you can send this out there in some capacity. She was like,
I
yeah,
guarantee you, for your mental health, you don't need the tongue split.
sure. 4 or 5 days later, I get a retweet from her on it.
Nice.
that was her grand help, which that upset me from multiple reasons. One, because I've known her for so long. Two, I've seen her like do entire charity streams for other people. But God forbid, a close friend.
Yeah.
So I know it's like
I mean, like, you know, he was a kid when they started being friends, but I mean, to be fair, this is not like a long time friend. I expect, I don't know, better.
it's just upsetting that was what I got from somebody I apparently helped so much, etc.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that would piss me the fuck off. Oh, that would, like, ruffle some fucking feathers on my end. Listen, man, I did all this free fucking work for you, but yet you're treating it like, nah. 'Cause you know, as soon as he was done, like, you know, their mods just took it over, and she has done fucking Jack Diddley for it.
This. I assumed it was someone impersonating you and recently messaged me with friendly but funny. When I went to message you, you had blocked my Discord. I figured I would send a message on here. What, if anything, is going on? Westside Tyler is a dangerous person who recently threatened to dox and injure, kill a friend of mine and a former artistic collaborator of yours. I don't know what's going on. Please be careful engaging with him. I truly hope you're not going to help someone so unhinged and violent to try to hurt my partner and me. That would truly hurt me to my soul. I'm hoping this is simply some kind of misunderstanding.
I hear projection, but I don't know if that's true.
Hoping to hear back from you.
And this is the first time you're reading it. How does that make you feel?
My partner and I had 3 bets. Either I was going to be guilted, or I was going to be yelled at, or I was going to be told that you were insane.
You got 2 out of 3, right?
Yep.
Well,
That's a mess.
I got my answers, I guess. You're crazy. He's crazy.
And half. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't believe anything she's saying here. Gayfish is a cry bully. He whines constantly about people and then removes them, like, or tries to get them banned on their socials or whatever, and then wonders why actions have repercussions. You don't
How fucking cringe is that? Bullying someone and then they spoke back once.
talk people. Don't expect them to reciprocate in any sort of fashion. But Gayfish is unaware of what is it? Sorry, I'm like, what is it called? My brain is like shitting itself. I'm running circles mentally around myself and struggling to talk. This is a lot.
It's okay. You relived pushing a decade of history in just about an hour, and some of it was more than most people I know would be comfortable speaking on, much less to a stranger. And I appreciate it.
This is real.
I don't have much to add on top of that. I was saying this to some people. I was discussing not everything, but the nature of what we were going to be talking about. And my general disposition to this was, I really hoped that you were lying 100% because it was very bad. I would have rather this not be the case.
Yeah.
I really would have, and I'm sorry for the things that you went through.
I mean, oh fuck, I'm getting fucking cooked. Holy shit, I shouldn't have fucking done that. Oh my god. I'm getting fucking cooked right now, dog. Damn, I really shouldn't fucking have done that. But yeah, we don't want
no one deserves to go through that at all, and no one deserves to have those as memories that they have to do it. And I'm personally, like, person to person, I'm very impressed by you for having the courage to come out about this.
Yeah, that too.
I do really appreciate. I'm not gonna lie. For a good bit of this, maybe even like my girlfriend was telling me that she was like proud of me for this. I have a hard time understanding when things apply to me with these kind of things, like when it's like fucked up shit. This is not my first.
Well, yeah, because you never want to think like. We see the statistics of like XYZ people assaulted, blah blah blah. Like it was like, oh, it'll never be us. It'll never be us. It won't ever happen to us, but then it does.
In sexual abuse. So I took it in stride, I guess, and just tried to not let it wear me down.
That's
like
a good way to operate.
Other shit would. But eventually, I guess just seeing Fawn do that or talk like that, and knowing how oblivious I was, and how badly I was just trying to be their friend, so I just wanted friends. It really upsets me. It makes me feel really sick, I guess, as well, to my stomach, knowing that I was not only that I was used in that way, but coming back to Demonmama messaging me now and saying this stuff, it feels so much like she's trying to save her ass.
He's insane. Don't trust him. He's insane. I have a bomb.
I'd save her partner's ass.
Do you think it's telling or strange at all that she doesn't bring up what you guys both know passed between you and wants to sort of have the conversation even at this point as a victim on her own end?
It is a bit.
Yeah, it screams at me just trying to avoid accountability and just trying to like, it didn't happen, so we put it on the rug. It didn't happen, so it's fine.
Strange, to say the least. I really don't like the fact that after all of this and how vocal she's been for victims of every kind of abuse, that the person that she talks.
Well, would you look at what we have here?
And like she's brought up so much is someone she's actively done so much of it too. And whenever like I think about the fact that she just brings me up on stream, and I want to mention that as well, that she really oddly, she never talked about me. Like she stopped bringing me up for like a year. Like she didn't mention me at all. But relatively close to when all of this started going down, like timeline was, I randomly brought up and talked about, and I felt really uncomfortable being brought up by her. And I think that honestly spurred me down this mental line of going to you, to be honest.
I mean, it's probably like good at the end of the day that he's done it. He could probably get some sort of mental closure, I'd imagine, right? Get this off his chest and just to his like lady or whoever else, like getting that to the wider YouTube audience.
I thought I was done with Demonmama when I left, and she stopped talking to me and stopped interacting with me like a friend. There was a good bit where we did talk and like interact while she was a streamer, but at some point it just became transactional and like work related exclusively. And then even then, at that point when I stopped working, I would go to her and be like, hey, we should play games. Hey, we should play games. Hey, we should play games. And I would get excuses and ignored.
Well, I got the assist.
It felt like as soon as I wasn't used to her, I was.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But, I mean, you know, you gotta take that shit in stride sometimes, man. You'll have those people in fucking life too, not just YouTube.
Nothing.
One thing I wanted to say is, if Demonmama was in the room with you right now and you could speak to her directly, what would you say to her about her conduct?
I would just like to know why.
Did you decide?
I don't know why. If this is a standard that she supposedly has for other creators and other people around her, I don't know why it didn't apply to her and her partners. The people she interacted with then, I don't know why it didn't matter to her then.
Yeah, true.
It just sucks. This fucking
well,
what is it called?
Like, you can't like. How are you able to put like how it feels on this whole fucking thing? You really can't.
Well, Demonmama, just knowing how much I know about her as a person and knowing everything, it's just very, I guess because I was living through it, it wasn't surprising then because I was living through it, but now it's just really surprising to me that after all of this she's talked and how much she's pushed for all of these things, and it all just goes back to being bullshit and being a front, and behind closed doors, once again, abusive behavior is at the front end of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm drawing a bunch here. I'm like having a mental moment about all of this.
No, it's perfectly reasonable. As a matter of fact, we can go ahead and move on. I want to give you a chance to say you're Glooby. You're an adult now. You're separated from this. There's more than likely people are going to want to try to reach out to you. I will not provide them any direct way to do so. But if they wanted to support you via commissions, you are still an artist, or anything like that. Do you want to plug a way to try to help you out or support you, or do you have anything else that you'd like to say in closing?
Let me think if there's anything I missed before I get into that. Went over that. Okay, I think I went over everything I wanted to. You can support me on Ko-fi. I think I have it somewhere. I can look it up. But I have a Ko-fi if you want to support me. I don't expect or really want support if possible. That's not what I'm mentally and all that doing that for. But that's an option if you want to commission me. I do animation and 2D art. I mostly do 2D animation though, as my main artistic ability.
Of humor being deathly. Oh, so I guess this guy is typically super funny, and this is it's not ready to direct and pierce gaze of Portler. Personal friend of Glooby's and former regular DM's Discord community. I can't really overstate how much I appreciate you handling stuff. Well, I mean, he handled this well.
I will also say this about doing the animated stuff for Demonmama. I got underpaid for that, and I had to argue with her to get better payment for that, and that's
so fucked up. Well, that just shows me that you just have no idea what you're doing. Because probably treating YouTube as still just a because it can be a business. Look at I don't know anybody over 1 million subs, I guess, except Mutahar, or except Mutahar. He just does his own shit.
That's what spread on the whole.
He just does his own fucking thing.
Like, oh, I need to, what is it called? What is it? The channel is struggling, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to. I did 2 animated commissions for her. She has this little imp that pops up in all of her videos that does like a like and subscribe. I think that's also my work. And actually, this I forgot to mention. This is a big thing about the work stuff as well. For about 1 year and 3 months, my work was uncredited in her stuff after I left.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Oh no,
and I can't fucking do that shit. Because I mean, you didn't make it, so I mean, who's gonna know? But I mean, like now that it's out there, people
had to go to her DMs and
I don't know. Well, what are they gonna do? For 3 months, you didn't credit this fucking guy.
Be like, hey, my shit isn't being credited, and this is really upsetting me. Why hasn't this been updated? And to her credit, it did at that point be updated, but I don't think it should
at least it got updated,
take a year and a half, or like year and 3 months for my work that you constantly still use on every single video to be credited, and especially if you're not going to pay me for the constant use of my work after the fact. I got paid like $40 and it's been used for like fucking 4 years now.
Jeez.
Damn, that's it. Fuck, because I know animators are fucking talented, dude. I couldn't do that.
If you watch my streams, I'm very pro workers' rights. I've been burned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
all right, Westside Tyler, show us your fucking thumbnail and title goblin.
I get it. The frustration is
4 berries.
It's miserable. Thankfully, I've only been ever screwed over by people I didn't like already, so there wasn't an extra bit of sting there. But I too am a little bit brain twisted. I'm stunned by this. You seem like a very resilient person. I can only wish you the best going forward from this. And I'm going to end the call, or not the call, the recording. And then if you want to add anything after that, you can. But if you want to say your piece, and I'll end the recording, we can cut it there and then say our goodbyes.
Sure thing. Honestly, at this point, if there's anybody else in DM Cord that has had something similar, please say something about it, because I doubt I'm alone. At this point, I'm the only person that this has happened to, or something similar. If that is the case, please do come forward. I hope if my thing does anything.
Yeah, if you're ever in a situation, don't be afraid to tell people. Don't be afraid to reach out, because there are people out to help you. The resources are available. You are not alone, type of deal. Just remember that.
And means anything. It allows other people to talk about their stuff, and for Demonmama, you need help, and Fawn really needs help. It just sucks because I know there's a good person maybe in there. There was a little bit, but for that,
I don't know, man. You're talking to fucking kids like that. I doubt that you are the last and only one they did that to. So I mean, Take that shit with a fucking grain of salt. I mean, oh, it's just reactive, so that's why it won't change. Oh, unfavorite. Can I not? Oh, there's not any edit to that one either.
For that kind of shit, it's fucky. I don't want them to like get destroyed and dogpiled and fucking annihilated because I know they're people, and I even after all of it, I still care about what happens to them. I still care about them. There's
You're a better man than me.
safety and well-being is very important to me.
Man
So
than
I want, if anything, I want it to be not overtly vicious overall.
Well, no,
towards
we don't
them.
want anything nuclear.
It's
but
not worth it. It's not going to
I
bring
guarantee you this will be hurtful on her reputation.
me anything. It's not going to make me happy. It's not going to make me feel better. It's just going to stress me out and make me feel worse about the entire situation. So that being said, those fuckers need help really bad because that's fucked. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And yeah, I got nothing else on that front.
Fair enough. Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and I really appreciate you coming out and like letting me talk about all this.
Well, it's good that this guy got this off his chest because it sounds like he had like fucking years of
And giving me a space to air it all out as well.
No, absolutely. I hope the recording is perfect. I've been freaking out because this is like one of the best conversations I've ever had with somebody. And thank you again.
Very much appreciated.
Thanks again to Glooby for reaching out. To reiterate, I've confirmed Glooby's real identity through photographs of their state ID, and they are the age represented in that conversation.
Well, good. Good.
I am profoundly disgusted by the situation, and I believe without reservation that these issues will not self-correct without a robust response and intervention by...
Yeah, probably because what would stop them beforehand? Because clearly when he brought it up that there was problems, it was just like, meh. You playing
the authorities that be. I believe Fawn's actions specifically, and Demonmama's actions to a similarly egregious extent, violate federal law regarding transmitting pornographic materials to minors pursuant to United States Code.
To show them the fucking dildos on... Jesus Christ, that's... Do I shit a brick?
Title 18, Sections 1470 and 2252, and 47 U.S.C. Section 223b, though local statutes may take precedence in this case.
Damn, he's got the numbers and shit.
I'm going to end this video by simply urging people in this sphere who have associated with Vosh, Demonmama, or the other individuals mentioned in this story to question everything you know and everything you think you know about your relationships with them. There has never been an excuse for any of this, and it cannot be permitted to continue. There's no conceivable excuse I can think of that would justify these behaviors.
But I'm acoustic. I don't know better.
Or people covering for them. At some point in the future, I'm going to be looking more deeply into Vosh's other close associates, including his major donors, notable chatters, and the rest of the deeply, deeply suspicious White Leaf Cooperative. If you know anything about these individuals, I will...
The only thing you gotta know is they like thick, short stack goblins, and they all wish they had horse wieners. Good video.